Hey guys, with here. Crap. Welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about Sledgehammer games and how I feel like they're probably the most underrated COD studio. And I know the title's probably going to be like Sledgehammer's the best COD studio and you don't even know it, or dev team. Well, not entirely true. Clickbait content, clickbait stuff's just better for YouTube, and I mean, not like fully clickbaiting this video, it's just slight clickbait. The whole topic of this video is Sledgehammer and why they're underrated, but I don't think they're necessarily the best. So, sorry about that, but before we get into it, I'd appreciate if you guys like and subscribe if you do enjoy this video and do want to see more of my content. Discord server's in the description if you want to talk to me, my friends, or other community members. And comment down below if there's something you want to say, you want to leave engagement, or give me feedback to become a better YouTuber. Anyway, let's get into what might be, I mean, it's kind of a video essay. It's not like a full-on video essay, but yeah, let's get into my first, I think, maybe, video essay. So, when it comes to Sledgehammer games, people hate on them a lot, I feel like. And I can kind of understand that because most of their games aren't too well received. But starting off with this video, I want to talk about the OG Modern Warfare 3. So, I feel like people don't give Sledgehammer enough credit for the OG Modern Warfare 3. Like, sure, people know it, but they don't, like, they keep forgetting about it because they're used to Infinity Ward making the Modern Warfare franchise. I mean, basically everybody knows that Sledgehammer's made the new one. But Modern Warfare 3 is one of the OG great CODs, and people might not like Modern Warfare 3, or they just like it less than Modern Warfare 2, or they like it more than Modern Warfare 2. And I can understand why people were mad about at the time being just basically a patch to the OG Modern Warfare 2, which is kind of funny because that's what's happening nowadays with the new Modern Warfare 2 and 3. Freaking COD titles, man. So, what happened was there was supposed to be a patch that fixed all the broken stuff with Modern Warfare 2, mostly inspired by what Blame Truth was saying at the time. But then there's a big lawsuit between Infinity Ward and Activision, as most of you know, making the majority of Infinity Ward leaving to form Respawn Entertainment, which makes games such as Titanfall, Titanfall 2, and most notably Apex Legends. With the OG Modern Warfare 3, we still had some of the Infinity Ward team, but we probably had some of the new Infinity Ward team that we have nowadays. I make the garbage Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2, the new ones, obviously. I mean, there wasn't an old Modern Warfare 2019, but there was an old Modern Warfare. But anyway, called it COD for it. Points aside, but I'm guessing that Sledgehammer was mostly responsible for what the OG Modern Warfare 3 was, and even though it was, like, advertised as an entirely new game and it was mostly a patch, I can see why people are mad at that. But when you look back at it, it made a really great game, and the fact that Modern Warfare 2 never got patched and we got Modern Warfare 3 as well, you can choose between. Do you want a time that you don't want to take seriously and just have a bunch of stupid crap like Danger Close, Noob Tubes, and Tactical Nukes? Then you can go to Modern Warfare 2. If you want a more balanced experience with still the fun feeling of Modern Warfare 2, you can go to Modern Warfare 3. And I feel like Sledgehammer tried really hard with the game. Like, I've played a decent amount of the old Modern Warfare 3. It's a blast. And people just, I feel like, keep forgetting that it exists. So that's really all I want to talk about with Modern Warfare 3. And, well, I mean, I'm going to be talking about the new one later this video, but now I want to get into Advanced Warfare. So with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, it was Treyarch's, like, not Treyarch, Sledgehammer. It was basically their first game by themselves. I mean, they technically had the other dev studios helping a little bit, but with Modern Warfare 3, it was a 50-50 between Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer. But when it came to Advanced Warfare, a lot of people really liked the game, thought it was unique, although a lot of people also thought it's forgettable, including with the campaign. Some thought it was good. There's obviously opinions out there. But the big thing with Advanced Warfare, other than the advanced movement, which was a unique concept to COD at the time that honestly Sledgehammer was pretty ballsy for putting in there, even though I guess Timefall was popping off, so I guess you could call it a copy and paste. But the big thing about Advanced Warfare was the supply drop, so a lot of people probably get mad at Sledgehammer for being really like pissed about the whole supply drop thing. Like, it's something that played COD on all the way until Black Ops 4. So that was a pretty big deal. Pay to win stuff. I mean, not always pay to win. I guess with Black Ops 3. I mean, yeah, I guess they get new guns from there. But if supply drops were pay to win, it ended up being this really big thing in COD. Even though it was mostly negative, it did end up becoming a trend with the whole supply drop openings just as videos. Like, you'd never expect people making videos on a first-person shooter game where they don't even enter a match, but instead they're like just freaking gambling. I mean, not really a good influence there, but oh well, do what you want with your money. But it ended up becoming a big thing with people trying to get the Battle 27 Obsidian Steed and all these other guns like the Hole Punch RX 160 Hole Puncher, and famously with Jev the Quick Bolt Rage, which came the pair of effing pants meme.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
A pair of fucking pants!
But people didn't, I feel like most people didn't realize, I'm pretty sure I got this information from Nero's Cinema. He sourced it in his video, but Sledgehammer originally said that supply drops were not going to be pay to win. But then they ended up being a pay to win, obviously, resulting in the big craze about them. But most people don't actually know that it was actually Activision's idea to introduce pay to win items into the supply drops, and Activision forced it on Sledgehammers. So Sledgehammer never intentionally wanted to be scummy and greedy. It was just at the clutches of Activision like usual. And if Sledgehammer got to make the game where people realized that it was Activision's fault for the pay-to-win supply drops, I feel like people would have really expected Advanced Warfare a lot more. And I can obviously understand why it's hated with it bringing in supply drops, which was really controversial and basically just online gambling. But there's not really much more I can say about Advanced Warfare than the F to pay respects meme. But yeah, let's get into their next entry in this franchise, Call of Duty World War II. So with Call of Duty World War II at launch, it was received very negatively, and as most people know, first impressions really matter. And this was the case with Sledgehammer. They fumbled with the first impressions, which obviously is on their part. But after all, they did have a great opportunity to seize with boots on the ground coming back to COD because people were getting sick of advanced movement, which they did introduce. But they fumbled the bag with COD World War II at the start. I personally never played the multiplayer. I've also never played Advanced Warfare, I'll admit that. So, I guess before we get further into the video, I will mention that I've never played the new Modern Warfare 3, Vanguard, World War II's multiplayer, or Zombies. I've only played the campaign and offline custom games. I have played the OG Modern Warfare 3. But with COD World War II, the reason they fumbled the bag was with I think it was the perk system that they introduced. The division system. It was a unique concept, but people didn't really like it and receive it too well, resulting in a lot of people leaving the COD franchise, as well as people not really caring about the World War II setting. which even though it's going back to COD's roots and having boots on the ground, like they still could have had like a modern day game with boots on the ground. Points aside, it ended up making them lose a lot of players, and the Divisions thing, I'm guessing, is something put a lot of work into. It was a unique gimmick with the game that they put passion into, and they also put in the headquarters, which a lot of people remember to this day, and that's a positive thing from Sledgehammer that you guys should think about next time you crap on them. Not trying to be a fanboy, but I'm just trying to point out when they did something good. Then they end up actually overhauling that entire system that they worked on just for the community, but by then sadly it was too late, ending up in most people who just left the game thinking it was a bad game forever, when apparently it changed to be a really fun, entertaining game. It says like multiple people that I've heard, like Dismo, Nero Cinema, and more. So they changed a feature they worked hard on just for the community, and since people didn't really play COD World War II after that, it ended up leaving some bad rep on their reputation. I don't know why I'm freaking spinning, dude. Anyway, the next point I want to bring up, even though Sledgehammer didn't really make the game, is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So with Black Ops Cold War, it actually wasn't originally meant to be a Call of Duty game, and it wasn't going to be made by Treyarch. It was actually just some side project Vietnam War game made by Sledgehammer and Raven Software, but there were arguments between the two, so Activision decided to step in, bringing in Treyarch to take control of the project and work with the scraps that Sledgehammer and Raven left to make Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which controversially I think is my favorite COD, but I don't think it's the best COD. So that gave Sledgehammer spent all that time on the game, wasted just for Treyarch to take over, ending up so they didn't have much time to work on Call of Duty Vanguard, which is the next point I want to get into. So with Call of Duty Vanguard, they had rather a year or less to work on it, since Treyarch did take control of their last project with Cold War. So they didn't have much time to put together Vanguard. And what they actually want to bring back, actually they wanted to bring this back since Call of Duty World War II, is actually Advanced Warfare 2. But Activision won't let them do that, so I guess they decided to throw together a World War II game, and it ended up being pretty awful from what the popular majority of people are saying. Although there's some people who didn't hate Vanguard, and the reasons Vanguard was hated so much, I mean, personally and with a few other people, if you're a gun nerd like me, we hate it because of how stupid you can make the guns, but the majority of the player base didn't like Vanguard because majority of the COD community doesn't really like the World War II setting, since it's kind of bland, boring. You can't really add cool guns, even though I'd argue there's really unique guns in World War II that I wouldn't see in COD otherwise. But people didn't like it because of how buggy it was at launch, and Sledgehammer didn't have much time to throw together this game, and it ended up in people hating it. Although after Sledgehammer came back from their Christmas vacation, they worked to try and improve and fix the game, trying to listen to the community again, but just like World War II, it was too late at the time. Vanguard already got a bad reputation and kept that same reputation because they fumbled the first impressions, sadly, again. And so it often ends up making it so Sledgehammer is framed as making this bad game, even though they technically did. And the next point I want to get into for the final one is the newest Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. So with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, there's been a bunch of insider stuff leaked that they had less than a year to make this game because it was originally just going to be a DLC for Modern Warfare 2, the new one. But that game was taken so badly by the community that they ended up trying to make this a full-fledged game. Even though Activision was saying that was always planned to be a DLC, devs have came out, this is from Bloomberg by the way, devs have came out and said that that wasn't the original plan and they weren't told at all that it was going to be a full game until a lot later in the life cycle of working on it. And it ended up in Sledgehammer having even less time, and people are also hating on Modern Warfare 3 because the skill-based matchmaking, rightfully from what I've seen, it is incredibly ridiculous. But again, people are, just like Advanced Warfare, people are blaming Sledgehammer for something that wasn't responsible by them. And again, Activision stepped in and made a decision to ramp up the skill-based matchmaking, which also ended up damaging the game's reputation. It's only been out for, like, I'm pretty sure 12 days, so almost 2 weeks. So, Sledgehammer now having to deal with this, and they put an AMA on Reddit, so the community could ask them anything, and the only thing they didn't respond to was questions about skill-based matchmaking. That was the biggest one. So obviously they have an NDA by Activision's fault and all of that. And other things with Modern Warfare 3, from what we've heard, is that they want to bring back the Pick 10 system, something that's wanted by the community. But in fact, Infinity Ward surprisingly had a lot of control over Sledgehammer when they were making this game because it was a Modern Warfare title. So they decided to keep in their stupid gunsmith system, even though the community wanted Pick 10, and Sledgehammer tried to bring that in. So from all of this, Sledgehammer has been trying to help the community, and it's always been, I feel like, a good dev studio. And with the new Modern Warfare 3 and 2, it's like this old one. A patch couldn't be released. I mean, this time they just wouldn't release a patch. So Sledgehammer made basically a patch, and it ended up being marked as a new game, sadly. And same here. Infinity Ward refused to fix Modern Warfare 2 just so Modern Warfare 3 could sell, which is really just scummy. So when you think of it like that, I mean, maybe Sledgehammer has fumbled up sometimes, but I feel like if Sledgehammer was given the time, Activision didn't mess with them, let them did whatever they want, no control from Infinity Ward either, I feel like they could possibly be the next Treyarch, or possibly even better, but I don't know, because we've had, like, games where Treyarch was almost in full control, making great games like the OG 2 Black Ops games, World at War, Black Ops 3, but we've never had that with Sledgehammer. They've always been screwed over by something. So I feel like if Sledgehammer is given the time, who knows, they could possibly be the next Treyarch, especially now that Vanguard has left. Who knows if the next Treyarch game is going to be hell. So if Vanguard leaving Treyarch ends up destroying him, I feel like Sledgehammer is our only hope with the franchise. So I just want to bring this up. This is my opinion. I mean, I've brought up some stuff I guess is fact, even though I haven't done much research. I just kind of felt like recklessly going in here and defending them. But yeah, that's my first video essay. Definitely not the best video essay you've ever seen. I've definitely have more work to do if I want to do more of this kind of content, but I hope you guys enjoyed. And as I said before, like, subscribe, and all that whatnot. And tell me what you think in the comments about all of this. And other than that, swim with the guys. Peace.